chanterelles. Now, keep in mind golden chanterelles are mycorrhizal mushrooms, which means they grow in relationship with trees. So they don't grow on dead logs, they don't grow on anything like that. It's one of my favorite mushrooms to harvest because there's only one toxic lookalike here in Florida, and that is the jack-o'-lantern mushroom. So those guys will grow on like dead logs and stuff like that. So it's easy to tell them apart. And remember, people's reaction can be super different exposed to mushrooms, but for the most part with jack-o'-lanterns, they're going to just get a bit of an upset tummy. So not anything too serious. So
not poisonous. It's not going to kill you. It's just
exactly. It's just going to give you a bit of a tummy ache. Now, this is a great spot because we've got some of our pine trees right here. There's a thick pine needle mat here as well, which means that it's going to hold a lot of moisture, especially after our summer rainstorms.
I guess that also prevents the grass from coming in.
Exactly. So they're competing with a lot less things for resources in the soil. Now, we're going to have to dig in some of these areas to find some of them. And I've actually spotted a couple right here. So remember, to harvest these bigger ones, we want to have something to cut them off, because underneath here is a beautiful mycelium mat, which if we harvest it carefully, we'll be able to keep coming back to this spot over and over again. So I've got a couple of things in the goodie bag right here. Nice sharp knife. And then anytime you're using knives, anytime you're out in the woods, this is a great option to carry. I like it because it holds my flashlight and help me ID stuff. And this is our new brick EDC, which is going to be coming out a little bit later in the year. I've got a snake staff ETQ wide. I've got some meds in the back, a bunch of bandages, a bunch of over-the-counter meds, shears. It's got a deep pocket carry as well, fits perfectly into my fanny pack. So I'm going to take my little Tenetco modified Qui-Ken. Great knife for foraging and harvesting, easy to carry, super slim. So right here, Ben, do you see some of the guys that we're going to be harvesting?
Yeah, the big one right there.
Yeah.
The obvious one.
Yeah. So
some of the smaller ones around him.
Yeah,
wow,
exactly.
It's got a huge root.
Right? So you see how they'll kind of come off of that mycelium mat right there. And now these guys...
You can even see a little one growing just out of the side.
Exactly. So we're not going to take that little guy. We're going to take this big guy right here, which is nice because look at that thick stalk that it's got right there. That's a lot of flavor. So as you see...
I mean, compared to these little guys we found so far.
Exactly. So this is awesome eating. It's got like a mild apricot smell to it, super nutty flesh. And as you see, you can perfectly identify the false gills right there, right? They blend right into the stem of the mushroom. They're not the dainty little part like you would find with bitter gills or other types of mushrooms. So that's a great guy right there. Let me break out the bag. So normally I prefer to have a mesh bag for spreading spores around the area, but paper bags do great. And we are upcycling our McDonald's bag right here. So paper bags work really well for mushrooms. Let's go ahead and start tossing some of those guys in there. Here, you want to hold on to that? Sure. So I want to leave this guy right here. Let's start digging around the area.
I think we have one over here as well.
To look. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Yeah, that's a good one. Nice. So we will go a little bit deeper with that cut and try to get a few of these guys off there. So you can see right underneath there where we're cutting that free.
Right.
And you can see how that mat is all underneath there. Nice sandy soil. That's exactly what